Good morning to all and all. I thank Dr. Jacob James Raj and his team for giving me this opportunity. And I appreciate Dr. Jacob James Raj for his constant effort in building up the educational program across the country and his 12 in the series of morphology course. So the topic for me is aortic valve. So this aortic valve, initially it was demonstrated by Leonardo da Vinci way back in the 16th century, when he described in his artistic works about the aortic valve, the closure, the opening, and he went on to describe even the sinuses of the aortic valve, the sinus of Valsalva, and further he also described the vortex across the valve. He even further went and described a bottle model of aortic valve with the sinuses for this complex structure, which we still try to understand and evaluate. So the aortic valve as such means only the three semilunar leaflets which are present. But the aortic root as a component involves the sinuses, interleaflet triangle, sinotubular junction, leaflet attachment, etc., etc. As I will go on, you will be understanding what are the components of the aortic root. Let's understand the relationship. So it is no wonder it means that aortic root is the center piece of the heart which connects with the left ventricle and the ascending aorta. And from inside to outside, the aortic root is in relation to all the other chambers, left and the right ventricle, the left atrium and the right atrium. If you think this canopy is the important stands on this center pillar, similar as the heart, where the aorta is a central pillar and it encounters and it holds the entire structure together. Even the skeleton of the heart shows the such. So the relationship of the heart is in two directions. That is the external direction, that is the horizontal relationship across, that is the external relationship, and the internal relationship, which is just below the valves, that is the internal relationship. We'll see one by one. So all my diagrams in the entire talk will be positioned in such a way is for the surgeon's view. On top of the screen will be the assistant surgeon, and on the bottom of the screen will be the operating surgeon, and the position of all the diagrams will be in such a way. So we have the three cusps here. We'll just go by each cusp. The non-coronary cusp is positioned here. We have the left atrium and the right atrium. The non-coronary cusp is in relation to the left atrium and the right atrium on both sides. Then we have the left coronary cusp. We have the coronary artery, and then in relationship we have the at this juncture we have that is towards the non-coronary we have the left atrium, and towards the right coronary we have the pulmonary artery. In between is the left coronary artery, and there is no other structure except the epicardium of the left ventricle. And the right coronary artery, right coronary cusp is in relation to the, most of the portion is in relation to the RVOT, or the right ventricle it is related. So this is the entire piece where the non-coronary is related to the left atrium and the left atrium and right atrium. The left is in relation to the left atrium, epicardium and the pulmonary artery, and the non-coronary and the right coronary, is in relation to the RVOT. So then we move on to internal structure, that is the structures in relation to the aortic valve which are just below the aortic canalus research. So these are the structures in relationship between the non and the left. We have the aortomitral curtain, which is represented in green color in this diagram. So this is the aortomitral curtain. So the aortomitral curtain is in relation to the non-coronary and the left coronary. And then between the right and the non, we have the AV node. So apart from that, all other areas are in relation to the RVOT, the brown color which is represented over here. And there is a small portion which is represented by the left ventricle free wall. So this orientation is very important for the multiple procedure which we perform across the aortic valve, on the anterior part and across the aortic valve which we are going to perform. So the non-coronary in this region is related with the membranous septum, as Dr. James Raaonline was showing in his specimen, where you can see the illuminated membranous septum, which is in close relation, which is directly in relation to the right atrium segment. That is where the AV node penetrates and becomes a lobes.